Yes, Saya, hello from Greencastle.
Hi, I'm Eileen Mortar from Greencastle.
Hello, I'm Drew.
Hello, Drew. What is your career?
I am one of the 3 bakers who does all the desserts at G&M Restaurant.
What is the most interesting part of your day-to-day job?
I would have to say the most interesting part is figuring out exactly what we need to make each day. Because part of our job is to actually take a look at what we have in stock and then figure out what we're going to need for the rest of that day and into the next.
This question is from Zayden in kindergarten. What is the hardest dessert to bake?
I'd probably say the hardest one to make is our baklava cheesecake. We have to do the cheesecake part as one thing, and then the baklava part as a completely separate thing. And then I have to actually physically put them together into one item to actually serve it.
But like, what is it?
Well, we have basically a half-size cheesecake that we bake with the regular batch of all the other ones we do.
Oh.
And then there's a Greek dessert called baklava that's made of this really, really paper-thin dough that you layer in with walnuts in between. And then you pour a special spiced syrup that we make into it to give it some flavor. And the finished product is I have to take that baklava piece, take it out of its pan, cut it in half, and essentially use pastry cream to glue that to that half-size cheesecake, and then cut the whole thing up so we can serve it by the slice.
That seems difficult.
It is difficult.
Okay, this question is from Eileen in 1st grade. What is the most popular dessert that you make or bake?
The number 1 most popular thing we have is strawberry cheesecake by a fairly big margin.
My mom actually likes cheesecake. So
Mhm.
that'd
And we top it with real strawberries, which is part of the draw.
Which class from elementary school is the most helpful to you doing your job?
I'd say out of all of them, the most helpful class of them all is math. Because I'm responsible for making sure that we order the right amount of all the various ingredients we need. And I also have to actually figure out how much of each thing I have to bake. And if I have to scale a recipe up to make 2 or 3 times more of it, or scale it down to make half of it, I need to have really strong math skills in order to make sure that that gets done correctly. Because with baking, if you mess even one number up, you can completely destroy the entire thing you're trying to make.
One more question. Is it fun baking? Like,
I think it's fun because we get to do all this stuff that people really get to enjoy. And every once in a while, we get to make up new things to try and sell to see if people like them too.
Wait, have you ever made a dessert or food and tasted it?
Oh, we test everything we make to make sure it's okay. Because when you're doing any kind of food, but especially desserts, you always want to make sure that it tastes good before you send it out for somebody else to eat. Because especially in a restaurant, if you give people bad food, they're not going to keep coming back.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to leave us with? Some final words, Mr. Drew?
I'll just say again, if you learn everything you need to now, you won't have to learn it again later. And if you pick a job you really like, it'll never feel like it's a chore. You'll actually, if you do something you enjoy, you'll keep enjoying it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Comment below what you'd ask a pastry chef.
Subscribe, like, and turn the notification bell.
And also give a thumbs up.